to Liverpool Community Podcast. And right now, our studio is crowded. I mean, first of all, I gotta say, I'm sitting here next to Brad Pitt here, but it's like not really. I know. I thought he smiled, but he didn't. Either way you look at it is, I am interviewing a band today. Not a band from Liverpool as we usually do, but a band from Hull. Wow. I am amazed. Hopefully you're going to be amazed. And so what I like to do is I would like to welcome the band Adam of Lunar. What's up, gentlemen?
Hiya.
Yeah, look at it. That's all. One guy just said hiya. All right, but either way is, you are the lead singer, Charlie, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Charlie, you're gonna have to answer with more than one answer. So, Charlie, you're the lead singer, and then you're joined by.
I am Cameron. I am the guitarist.
Hey, Cameron, how you doing? And then next to me is.
Adam, the drummer.
Now, you know what, Adam? I gotta tell you, I've interviewed several bands on this show and everything, as well as Phil has done on his music show. And usually, the drummer never shows up. I gotta tell you how it's great that the drummer is here, as if the drummer always has something else to do. Did you have nothing else to do today?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, hey, that's all cool, but guess what? They do have another member of the band, the bassist, who did have something else to do today.
Yeah.
and that is?
Tom Murphy.
All right, you didn't have to give his last name, but that's cool. So Tom has something else to do, didn't he?
Yeah, he does.
And everything.
He's at work.
Yeah, he's at work, yeah.
Yeah.
Or did he not want to make the 2-hour drive from Hull?
Well, he's got to come tonight, regardless. So.
Well, you hope. I mean, because you do have a show on tonight, even though as that's the time of this recording, you have a show here in Liverpool, which I believe is like your first time performing in Liverpool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, honestly, we can't wait. Absolutely, it's just obviously it's known as the Music City, innit? And I don't know, we can't wait to play. Hit the stage and.
Well, I'm pretty sure like people are not going to be able to wait to hear you because you guys have a unique sound, as I'm told, and everything like that. Because I said, what kind of music sound do you guys have? And Charlie, you started out telling me that you're into space. Okay. And then I believe, Cam, you said ambient sounds?
Yeah, so a lot of our music's focused on creating different soundscapes and creating really, really big sounds. Sounds like you're in space or in a cave.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Is that kind of like what you're doing as well there? See, I had to keep looking at my thing, Adam. But when I'm dealing with more than one person, because you and Cam are involved in the production most of these times with the music, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, right. I'm dealing with a band that only knows how to answer with one word. Yeah. Now, please tell me, because I'm excited to understand, you did say, Cam, that you have, if we were going to give ourselves a sound, it was going to be more of a progressive, psychedelic kind of thing?
Yeah, so we have a lot of influences between all the members of the band, but a lot of the initial influences that we took when creating this project was from bands like Radiohead, King Crimson, and bands that go a little bit out of the norms.
Yeah.
To just be able to create a different sound and stand out within our local music scene.
See, now that makes sense to me, more so than when Charlie just said, yeah, it's a bit soft.
I never know how to describe it. Cam's great at just describing things,
Well, I mean, here we go, because I'm going to ask him. You know what I'm going to ask him, right? Where did the hell Adam of Luna come from?
Well, it's nothing very interesting, but it come from a band name generator. And it's just giggling.
How many choices did you have?
There was quite a few, and I can't remember the other choices, but.
Well, I'm just saying, when you say band name generator, I mean, let's break this down. Adam of Luna, I don't know how that comes up first, right? Or why did you say that's the one?
Well, I think we just basically typed in space, and it just came up as things that involve space and just different names, and most of them were rubbish, but
Right.
Adam Luna just stood out to us, and we thought that's got a good ring to it,
Yeah. Now, the thing about it is maybe, we need to hear you say, because like in the way you say it sounds different than when I say it. I say Adam of Lunar, because that's how I spell it. But you just pronounce how you pronounce the band.
Atom of Lunar.
Oh, okay. I thought it was different. It's all good, man. But what as most bands that I've encountered here is like a lot of them are like college bands.
Yeah.
Like they like met in college and everything like that. And so when college ends, you wonder if the band's gonna stay together. But I mean, speaking of that, you and Adam here, you met way, way back in the past.
Yep, we did. So me and Adam met at primary school, and ever since then we've been knocking around with each other, and just as you do when you're kids. And yeah, it got to there's quite a funny like memory that we have. Remember in the car on the way to swimming baths, his mum said to us, "Oh, Adam, you play the drums, and Charlie, you play the guitar. Why don't you start a band?" And we turned around to each other and was like, "No, we aren't doing that." Being young and stuff. And then a couple of years down the line, we ended up starting a band together. And
Well, wait a minute. So, and then that was, what kind of band was that, Adam?
It was a metal band, wasn't it? Well, it was like sort of like rock music, wasn't it? And then we
Yeah.
started getting everywhere with it.
Well,
Yeah.
see, I could see you in a heavy metal band. Charlie, no.
but that was everything though. That was I don't know. It just I did suit it.
Did you try the long hair? You know what I mean?
I tried it and then it got past my ears and then I just thought, no, it looks too scruffy, so I'm gonna have to get an haircut.
Right. Is that true?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Us three had really long hair, and his hair was literally just like that, playing the bass at the front, screaming down a microphone.
See, I could tell, like, you're probably one of those, don't touch my hair, I'm Samson. Because you've been training that for a long time, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, a lot of women say it's a lot better than our hair, so it's...
Yeah, well, you know what?
like
I'm
a
training my mullet, so I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing it back. Because I'm bringing back not only the mullet, but the mutton chops. So, hey, I could do it. So, now the thing about it is that you guys have kind of like I wouldn't say a weird twisted history, but you've been around for like 2 years now as Adam Luna, right?
Yeah.
See, look at that confused look on his face, right? As Adam Luna, you've been around like, but you guys was writing songs and performing, but something weird happened. Yeah, without going into complete detail, what happened to your music?
Basically, obviously, when we first started out, we released a couple of songs. One called "Never Will It Be," and the other two, "Sugar Then Blood" and "Confessions." We had a bit of trouble with our music distributors, which means they had to take our music off the streaming services. So I don't know, it was a bit difficult, but we're constantly now going back and forth to try and get our old music back on there. And
So you guys kind of had a Taylor Swift situation,
yeah,
right?
you could say that.
These guys are trying to say they own our music and stuff. You know what I mean? Because it's yours, but they've taken it off the streaming services like
Yeah.
Spotify and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And you're in the. It was like, how long you been trying to get it back for? A couple of months now.
Probably about a couple of months now. Yeah.
Yeah. You still working for you? You getting close to that? Or would you have to do like what she did and re-record the songs?
I hope I don't have to do that. Honestly, that'll just the money and everything. It's just
The hard work in writing the songs. I mean, like I think, and you said you guys all sharing the writing a little bit, didn't you?
yeah.
So when it comes to writing, Charlie usually comes to us with ideas. Me and Adam then have a lot of input, and Tom has input as well. And we then take the ideas and transform them into full-length songs, and like to put our own signature little twist on them.
It's kind of like very collaborative, isn't it?
Extremely,
Which is really cool. I can understand why, if you already had songs enough to kind of like make an EP, you don't want to actually redo that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what you're really saying, isn't it? But I mean, obviously, because you're prolific as writers, you do have new songs, which you're going to be performing tonight, but that you are out there performing. And I believe one of them is actually looking to be your first single.
Yeah, that's right. Northern Lights. I mean, we've got a cool backstory where that came from. We was all sat
I'm
at
hoping to hear it.
yeah, we was all sat at practice one night, just jamming away with each other, and then it was the night where the UK could see the Northern Lights, you know,
Oh yeah,
in
yeah.
person.
Oh right.
So
Okay, I remember
it was that night, and we was just. I ended up playing like a little lick on my guitar, and then the bassist Tom looked at me and was like, "That's some. You've got something there." And then with that, we all just kind of gelled together and just wrote a song. And then we then realised once we'd wrote the song that the Northern Lights, it was the time to go see the Northern Lights. So we all went outside, saw it, came back in and was like, you know what? We'll call that song the Northern Lights. You know, it just seems fitting. So
No. Well, I mean, it's synergy, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's like when it
yeah.
all comes together and stuff like that. That's really kind of cool. And you're looking to release that in August, is that right?
yeah, round August time, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And but because you have other tracks as well now, like you're back on the road to creating the EP,
Yeah.
which
So
also seems to have a similar name.
yeah, so the EP is going to be called Aurora. Obviously, it just sounds fitting with Northern Lights being,
It does, doesn't it?
yeah. It all just kind of makes sense. But now we're in like the midst of like
I don't know. You could have did that whole like who's that guy who cut off his ear, and do
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh, and then do that whole Starry Sky. That's gonna be our next song. And
it's not a bad idea. No, I'm kidding.
he's looking to steal that. But go ahead, man. So how many tracks you got done already for this EP for?
Well, we've had these songs written for a long while.
Yeah.
But we've recorded two of them now, one being Northern Lights and the other one being a song called Sound of a Black Hole, which is a song.
Sound of a what?
Black Hole.
Black hole.
Black Hole.
Black hole.
Yeah.
They do like space.
Yeah.
Ooh, I mean, black holes, they absorb everything, including sound. So sound of a black hole, that's really interesting.
Honestly, the way we came up with it as well, that was good. You sent me a video of.
Yeah, so a couple of years back, NASA managed to come up with the, I think it was either a simulation or an actual recording of what a black hole would sound like.
Wow.
But they had to pitch it up something like 2 million octaves because it was that deep of a sound,
Really?
so that humans can hear it. And I heard that sound and I sent it to Charlie, and I thought it'd be a really cool thing to add into a song. And then, along with that, why not call the song that as well?
I mean, basically, I'm a big conspiracy theorist. I'm not going to go down that road. Don't worry about it.
I love
but, like,
it.
the whole deal is that sound and harmonics have a lot to do, like, kind of like with space and anti-gravity and all that other
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So, I mean, I can just see, that happening, with this and everything. Sound of a black hole. That's a unique title, man. Did you come up with that?
Well, I think it was me that came up with it. I just literally.
He doesn't like this phrase, does he?
Yeah.
That's okay, I mean, like, Adam doesn't like to speak. But go ahead.
Well.
Just being Brad Pitt over there, isn't he?
I know, right? Exactly. just sit there and look cool, boo.
Yeah. He just sits there and looks great. So it's just.
Yeah, so go ahead. Yeah. Keep taping the praise for yourself. So I know that, like, you guys, funny thing is, I won't go into it too deeply, but you guys performed with Big Condo before, like when we had just finished the big weekender tour, 37 cities, and
Yeah.
so Hull was like one of those places went down to, and everything like that, But it actually was one of those places that you never know what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna say you never know what's gonna happen in Hull on a Saturday night, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You guys weren't there, all right. But either way, is that you had I believe you also performed in Manchester.
Yeah, that's
Right.
right. Yeah. Yeah. That was a
Nah,
week.
That's right. You could just say yeah, we did.
No.
Yeah, so with the Manchester gig, we filled in for another band that had to pull out due to an injury.
Oh right, yeah.
And I think we got called on about a week before the show, and made our way across to Manchester, and really enjoyed ourselves. A really great opportunity to get our second gig with Big Condo.
Nice. So I mean, like, are you guys liking this whole gigging outside of your comfort zone?
Oh yeah, absolutely love it. We prefer it, you know.
Really?
You-
I mean, because I know you got an event coming up, like, back in home. I mean, do you like the traveling bit?
Yeah, well, I mean, the travelling's not the most enjoyable part, but once you get...
You just said traveling's not the most enjoyable part, but I mean, like, his driver's here. You can't see her, but we can.
I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna say there's gonna be a hard ride home because you just said that. But go ahead. You don't like to travel a bit?
Well, it's just boring. I mean, I'm not going to say anything else now. I'll just dig myself a hole. So,
Yeah. Okay.
but once we get to the places, it's great to see other cities and other crowds, and
Yeah. All right. Last thing I'm gonna ask you, guys, is like a thing I've often when I'm watching these bands, I'm often seeing the same setup. Like the 3 guitars and a drummer and everything. And I was asking you guys, like, what do you think about that? Because there has to be a brand awareness, like a way of standing out. You know what I mean? Especially like when you had that confusion with your previous amount of songs, and now you're coming out with these like new sets of songs and everything. Do you guys think about your brand awareness and your performance? I mean, when Adam and Luna's out on stage, do you think about that or?
I think, considering we have quite a conventional setup as a band. with us
Oh, it
being
sounds
four
like you got an
piece.
interesting sound as well.
Yeah, we rely quite heavily on our sound to build a big stage presence and to captivate people. So a lot of what I do on guitar is I attempt to introduce a lot of different textures and sounds that you wouldn't normally hear.
Nice.
And we then combine our guitar sounds using all sorts of different effects and stuff.
Do you not do the John Carpenter thing? You not put out any synths or anything like that?
That is something that we're currently working on. We're
Oh.
maybe seeing that in the near future.
You've heard it here first.
exactly.
Actually, remember, it was my idea. But like, well, listen, man. If you're gonna have these kind of psychedelic sounds, and that you're already talking about, you add in that kind of stuff. It's hard to play that uniqueness on the guitar, isn't it? Yeah.
We have the drummer, so
He just hits things.
I didn't say it was hard to make it unique on the drums, but it is hard to play that unique. But that's what you do, isn't it?
Yeah, so a lot of the time I try to emulate sounds of different instruments through my guitar, which then helps us to create
Are
different
you on
sounds.
an electric guitar?
Yes.
Nice.
Cam's just the magic man in the band.
See, look at that.
he's
He's
very
wanted some
magic.
kind of compliment. You know what I mean? And then look at him. He's like,
Yeah, he likes it.
no, gosh, shucks. All right, fine. What's your social media handles, guys? How can people find you?
Literally, honestly, just by typing in @Lunar, like using the @ symbol and @Lunar, really. And then
On all the socials like Insta and everything
Insta,
else.
Facebook.
Yeah, and everything. And, by the time the show comes out, they'll be where in Hull?
So we'll be playing at the Polar Bear on the 30th of July, I believe.
Oh, that's far away. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we've got a few weeks off so we can continue writing and
Yeah.
developing a new set. But,
Well, also, too, is that it sounds like by the 30th, you'll be ready to be launching that single, Northern Lights, anyway, right afterwards. So,
yeah, so we're looking.
it's gonna be very busy and very exciting. Like I say,
sounds good to me, man. Hopefully, it sounds good to everybody else. So either way, guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Hopefully, you took it in the fun that it's supposed to be. Adam's woken up, and everything like that. You got anything to say to the fans?
anything to say?
Okay. And don't worry about it. They'll just be happy to look at you.
nah, just yeah.
Yeah, put it on your socials. It's all good. It's all right. So anyway, I think it was really fun. And I mean, obviously, because we're recording live, you guys are performing in Liverpool, and then you'll promote that like on your socials when you go out there. So I want to thank Adam and Luna for joining me here in the studio. These gentlemen. And for me, I'm Chase Lynch. And, for now, we out of here.
Thank you. Thank you.
you.